hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that ETC.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubarak, 4 at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, making 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
not fall up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational, Season 6. I am Aero, and I got my buddy over here, Psychic. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm alive. What's up, everybody?
You know, and I gotta say, these days being alive, that's a good thing, right? I mean, yeah, it's a good thing to be healthy, alive, waking up every day, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of all we have at the moment, right? I mean,
Second best thing about
dark.
What's that about dark?
I said it looks so dark. Let me move this lamp.
Oh, okay. Well, while you work on your lamp, why don't we go ahead and show you guys some details that we have with like map bans, where the standings are, and then we'll get into this here. So, quick look at the standings. There isn't much to show. There's only a couple of games have been played. You can see them in the ticker there. Regen Ghost Plus and Bunker Fun Time taking 2 victories, and that's it. That's all we got. Everybody else, no points yet. But our maps tonight, there is a 13 map pool for the XGDI, and still just 2 bans. So we got the bans from the mashup coming out onto Brax's Holdout and Infernal Shrines. And Clouded Mines, they banned out Dragonshire and Hanamura Temple. And our first map is going to be one we haven't cast in a while, Rek. It's going to be Sky Temple.
Ooh, yeah, we haven't cast this one in a while. You're right. I mean, I haven't for sure, but then again.
Well, this map was not in the Nexus Gaming Series pool,
No.
so that means that unless you were casting something else, which has it in it, which I don't even know who does. I don't know if Heroes Lounge has it. But yeah, I know some other events didn't have it in the. There you go. So we're just waiting for the ready from the teams now. It sounds like maybe we are just about ready. So Rek, what are you doing with your off season? Or since you're not in the NGS?
Well, I think you know that I'm a professional ghoul hunter now, or ghoul smasher, as I like to call it more accurately.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of that and showing it to some people who are junior ghoul smashers. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time.
Now, this is Rek is, of course, talking about Phasmophobia. I feel fantastic because I brought in the Repsychic.
You did.
And the Repsychic has brought in a half a dozen or so other people. So even though I haven't brought in a lot of people, I pyramid
association.
Yeah, I pyramid schemed this stuff.
Phasmophobia. Oh my god.
Basically. I brought in one person, they brought in 5, so now the dude who made the game needs to give me like $10.
They're making a new map, I heard. The prison is up next. There's some news I gotta share with you later. Right now we got HotS to worry about, though.
Absolutely, and Tigerfish coming in with 111 bits. 111, the triple ones. Do you think that means that... I'm assuming that's Tiger, like Tiger of Clouded Mines. Do you think that's saying that maybe Clouded Mines is #1? Is that the goal here?
Oh, that's an idea. That's definitely an idea. I like it.
That's what we're going with for right now. But thank you very much, Tigerfish. Really do appreciate it. And hello and welcome to everybody out there in Twitch land. This is the XGDI After Dark.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, I need an adult. Oh no. All right, Abathur ban right out the gate. That looks good. I like it. I like him here. Pretty solid pick.
Abathur's such a strong ban here. Like, he's a good ban anyways. But on this match specifically, because of the tempo mechanic, it's the only way that you can really heal up damage that the temples do. In theory, you can also prevent some damage using Ragnaros to a certain degree.
Yeah, a little bit.
But then you're playing Ragnaros. So Gazlord, he's going to be taken out, as well as the Tassadar. What do you think about these bans so far? Abathur and Tassadar from Clouded Minds.
Nothing out of the ordinary here, really. These are all things that honestly don't surprise me in the slightest. I guess
Rex
I
not
should...
easily surprised unless he's playing Phasmophobia.
No, I'm like fearless, dude.
I
was
do recall you've played that game on stream, right?
They don't need to know. I'm a little, and I wouldn't say surprised, like kind of expected some sort of tank ban of any kind, really, because I've been seeing that a lot lately. But that didn't happen here. Instead, we got the relatively meta ones from Gazlo and Diva, and then Abathur is just good here, and Gastor is just really strong in general.
Absolutely. We get the Falstad. So Falstad, a global, is quite a good pick here. You want to be able to rotate around the map quickly. There's another global for that exact purpose, to be able to help out your solo laner. The distance between mid and bot and top is pretty significant. I think it's more so on this map than most maps, other than like maybe the distance on Blackheart's Bay, which is similar but in reverse, right? So having that global to be able to help your solo laner out, especially if they don't have the vision, or even if they do, then you can do it a little bit more stealth-like, is very valuable.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the bling here too, so that's fun.
Fun fact for you, Mr. Psychic, this is a little bit of Aero trivia, some of which you may know, some of which you may not. The mashup currently showing Aero's top 2 played heroes.
That's true. I did know that. That's fun. I didn't even think. I actually thought it. I thought that's where that was going, but I didn't. I kind of forgot about Li Ming. It's funny. I was like, he's gonna talk about how Right Wing is his #1 healer, and then I went, oh wait a minute. I think Li Ming's his #1 assassin. Who's your #1 tank? I don't know. It's ETC.
It's either ETC or Garrosh. They're both 70 plus, but I don't know which. They're both almost even in levels. So they're pretty close. And then I think Johanna's not far behind. I think she was in the mid 60s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense too. Oh, so. No. We're not going to see ETC.
No ETC. I think we could see a Mei though.
Ooh.
Mei from the mashup, like ETC is one of the tanks that works really well here for kind of boss control. Mei does this really well. It's gonna be Zul'jin. So Zul'jin's gonna be looking to get some stacks onto that Diablo. Now Johanna doesn't quite have the same ability, right? She can't just avalanche people off or even use an ice wall. But what she can do is she can just stand there forever.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. It might be a little hard for Ronan to do that effectively with the Brightwing, because she doesn't have a lot of self-healing until potentially 16, I guess, unless you take Laws of Hope.
I was gonna say Laws of Hope, maybe, right? Oh. Ooh.
That's some zone control.
I like that comp a lot.
So what do you make of this? How does this work out for them?
I think they're looking for big Entomb plays first and foremost, right? Like, they're going to look for the Entomb and then like a follow-up from probably both Sylvanas and Diablo simultaneously, like an APOC, even just a simple charge into the Entomb. You're going to have a Wailing Arrow come flying out too. Maybe Gus. I see so much potential off of just Entomb right here on Clouded Minds. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. But then I'm looking over here, and there's a lot of characters that don't really die that quickly, right? Like Brightwing is extremely slippery. Zul'jin can go unkillable, stay up a lot longer. Johanna's hard to kill simply. They're slippery, so like a lot of those characters could just kind of get out of the Entomb, right? Li Ming, Brightwing, yeah.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, Zul'jin's a little bit at risk.
It could. Yeah. This is I see our red team has a much more aggressive comp, and blue team is a much more let's poke and like ramp up later on.
Right.
Kind
Get
of
that
defensive.
sustained damage.
Yeah. This is offense versus defense at its finest, I think.
Yeah, and you know what? You can boil that down just to the tanks. Johanna versus Diablo, right? The shield wall versus the shadow charge.
Absolutely.
All right. Rec, why don't you go ahead and take it away? Do you want Clouded Minds or do you want the mashup?
Let me take blue team because I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I forget which is which.
That's Clouded. That's the mashup. That's why.
That's
I was
what
asking,
I thought.
actually.
I thought so, but I didn't want to make myself sound like a jerk. All right. So, mashup. It's going to be Ronan playing Johanna, Iceman on Zul'jin, Lady Ronan on Brightwing, Pinal on Li Ming, and Hannibal playing Sonya.
All right, and for Clouded Minds, we've got Tetcher playing that Leoric. Going to be up here in the top lane, the 4-man. We got Casey Court on the Diablo, looking for that Sonya already. Star Knight on the Stukov, Ruffian on the Falstad, and Trelena on Sylvanas. And they are going to get that quick gank. That's a free kill for them, and about half of that top tower. So, you know, normally you see that they're going for that tower, oftentimes in the bottom lane because, of the vision being in the top lane. But this time they do get most of that tower down. That's going to really help out if Falstad or Leoric, I guess, if he comes up here to push that lane. Also, don't forget to vote in chat. There's only a few seconds. Well, it's probably done by the time I say this. So
yeah. Vote for your favorite. Who you think wins? It's going to be over by the time they hear it at the very least.
Yeah.
So
You can vote in. Just vote in chat if you missed the vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it is going to be Recklessness there for the Zul'jin, and Quinel getting flipped, but Star Knight's the one that's actually taken all the damage.
Mm-hmm.
So, alrighty, 2 kills in this game, 1 apiece. And it almost feels like maybe flipping the Li Ming without being able to get that charge might have contributed
kind of
to...
cost, right?
Yeah, might have contributed to Stukov there.
Yeah, unfortunate. I'm looking at some of these level 1 talents too. Oh, I've been seeing Feast on Fear almost exclusively these days. Is that not correct? That's not the right word I'm looking for. But like, it used to be Devil's Due back when I don't pay attention to tanks really.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense here. So Trelena there getting caught is going to be able to use that Haunting Wave to get out. But I think it makes a lot of sense here because of the fact that you're going to be looking for, in many cases, some pretty sustained fights over these, control points. And you may not want to dip back to go to your well, right?
Okay. And,
flipping that, Diablo's going to now charge Johanna into the wall, but he's going to take a lot of damage in the process.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Soul Shield being the other option is just not... it's kind of a toss-up, right? You got Zul'jin and you got Li Ming, so... I think it's the right call.
I like Soul Shield with whatchamacallit, Lightning Breath. Because you're gonna sit there for a while, right? You might as well shield up. But outside of that, I suppose, I like the Feast on Fear here as well. Makes sense.
We do have temples coming up in 10 seconds, and as per the standard, it's going to be top and mid for the first temples on Sky Temple. In case it's been a while since you've seen a Sky Temple game. Try to remind you of some of these rules here. Now, Star Knight's going to get hit by that orb. Diablo's going to charge in, though, and the poly going out. Johanna into the backline gets that punish, slowing him down just for a moment. Casey Court looking for something, but there's not quite anything to go after.
Mm-hmm. All sorts of damage. This is that poke that I was talking about. Ruffian actually flew in from below, but he might be in trouble here because Li Ming's throwing orbs, but minions blocked away, and actually Tetcher dies. They go ahead and switch targets onto Leoric there. Sonya's on the top lane, grabbing those shots up there. Ruffian once again getting extremely low. These Li Ming resets coming online and getting all sorts of fatty damage out. I think Diablo falls next, potentially. Oh, maybe not. Feast on Fear kind of coming in nice. Yeah, he goes down.
Yeah, and that all started with that kill onto Leoric, but it led into the big orb that took about half of Falstad's health out. And that really set up the opportunity there for the mashup to continue getting those kills. Because without that one orb landing, I don't think they get that next Falstad kill. Certainly not as quote-unquote easily.
No.
A few seconds late. So, yeah, mashup taking all of the top temple, getting pretty significant damage there. And it looks like Clouded Minds does get a few more shots in the middle here, but here comes the rest of the team. Looking for Star Knight once again. Spinning to win is Hannibal. And Li Ming once again with the kill. Gonna get that counter kill, though, onto Johanna. Now, Sonya being called, but can't quite get there in the hammerang there. Oh my goodness. And you know what that sound was, Rek? Did you hear that sound?
I heard it. That's Seeker.
That is Seeker, baby, right there.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
happens.
Seeker.
You get hit by 3 missiles. You get that little
That's
shoom.
Falstad. That's, I think just those. I think we just saw that he just went from like at least 80% to 0, and technically 2 hits. That's wild.
Yeah.
I got technically 5, but right.
Yeah, but he's counting.
Yeah, in 2 button presses. How about that?
There you go. Both teams going to work on their siege camps once again. Get those in the lane. The next temple coming up here in the bot lane, and this is always the one that is kind of hotly contested because it comes around that level 10, and oh, here we go. A little bit of an invade coming in. Here comes Brightwing, and the Condemn pulling Diablo out of the charge.
Oh,
but it's okay.
That's a beautiful silence from Stark Knight. Beautiful. Look at that. The growing infestation, and actually combined with the low blow, forced Li Ming out. Like, she had to leave. She actually dies there if she stayed.
Yeah, Li Ming not exactly known for her high hit point totals.
I kind of also just realized if Li Ming stays there with low health, like, no crap. Like,
John Madden, is that you?
John Madden. Yeah, I'm gonna be the next John Madden. That's what I want to be. Oh my goodness.
Well, it turns out if you stay in the enemy base and the fort kills you, it's gonna kill you. You're dead.
I need the yellow thing that they always have as well. I'm like we need to put that on the screen too.
Oh yeah, like just markers.
Oh my god, I'd love that. The highlighter, yeah.
All right, so what you see here is we're gonna go ahead and highlight this camp that the mashup is doing. They're gonna send that up into the lane up above. It's gonna head over all the way to this top fort. But in the meantime, the bottom fort. Exactly.
Oh god, beautiful. Oh, I kind of want that now.
I do too. Oh man. They need to set that up so I can like make changes on a tablet while I'm casting.
Oh, so cool. Big APOC combo coming out. All right, here comes Li Ming. Actually, big silence. This is what I'm talking about. Huge APOC combo on top of Li Ming, followed by a massive silence from Wailing Aero. But actually, Hannibal going to go ahead and jump in and silence Sylvanas himself. Reset from Ruffian. It says, no, I'm going to gust that crap. Get it out of here. So 1 for 1. Ruffian actually low again. I think they're out of the fight. Diablo looking for something else, getting some flips out, but Zul'jin's punching this Leoric, excuse me, from left. I think it's call for a reset for Clouded Minds for a moment here. Although, blue team getting very low. Ronan in trouble. There he goes. Tetcher looking, or excuse me, not Tetcher. Ruffian looking so nice, grabbing all of these kills. Tetcher helping out too. Low blow coming in clutch, finishing off Sonya. Well, it's kind of hard to follow, but
there was a lot going on there.
And a lot going on there. I'm
actually a little bit surprised. So we got a couple of ultimates that we don't see often. You know, certainly Leap is kind of a, you know, probably 60-40.
I kind of had a feeling,
yeah,
if I may.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it gets you out of the tomb. But the things that I'm most interested in are we have a Falling Sword and we have an Emerald Wind. And kind of the same thing as the Leap. That gives you that Falling Sword Leap combo.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is right here, looking for the Falstad, able to land on him, not able to do a ton of damage, but it is enough as Li Ming getting that completion. And even Diablo falling pretty low, as now they're the mashup looking to get this invade over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the barrel roll was down. They had all the tools available for them to even just slows or kind of finish Falstad off there.
Zul'jin sitting there at 21 stacks of his trait quest.
Ooh.
Also took the is it Arcanite Axe? Is that what's yeah, at level 7. So gonna get additional damage every time he throws out that Twin Cleave.
One more thing I wanted to touch up on the Emerald Wind is it's also great boss control, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it gives them, and that's kind of, I figured that they might do it here, because that's really their only boss control. I mean, I guess you could make the case for a Wave of Force, but that's just not going to be all that great until level 20.
Yeah, my only fear with that is if Stukov sniffs that out, a silence is just going to prevent that altogether, and now you're in a horrible, horrible position where you're sitting under a silence with low blow. So,
well, not only that, but I mean, we've got Stukov who's got the Flailing Swipe. We've got Falstad who's got Mighty Gust. And if you're standing in one place, not only is the silence from Stukov a problem, but so is that Entomb.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here comes a gank onto Hannibal. I think they know about it though. Stukov's gonna go for it. Yeah, this is
they get the slow.
Yeah, that's a big slow. I don't think this is a death though. Texture's far too low to catch up to them. They did disable the tower, but they're looking to just actually destroy it themselves rather than chase the kill. Boss play. They know the entire Cloud of Mines is up top, so might as well grab boss, right?
Yeah, and you've got some pretty heavy hitters here in the Zul'jin and Li Ming, especially with Seeker. Zul'jin very low though, and Diablo is nearby. He could potentially stop this, but stopped in the lane there for just a moment too long. So that's a great pickup by the mashup. That boss now heading into the bot lane where there's no fort.
Boss lane is incorrect.
It works in both ways.
Yeah.
Up in the top lane though, Sonya having to deal with this bruiser camp is getting a lot of value. Already taken out a pretty significant amount of the wall here from the tower and the damage from that bruiser camp. The boss is going to get a little bit of value, but it doesn't quite have as much support from that bottom lane tower as the top one did for Cloud of Mines.
I was going to say, I think this is was going to be pretty equal. I mean, the tower did remain for Cloud of Mines, which is nice for them. But I generally, I was kind of expecting that was pretty equal trade. So actually kind of worked out for Cloud of Mines, right?
Yeah, and they're 16. They're looking for Quinol here, and they're going to get it. I mean, maybe even the Zul'jin here. There's the Emerald Wind. They get that kill onto Sylvanas Iceman with almost no health. And the Falling Sword coming in, but Leora coming in with the swipe in the back. Going to get that completion onto Zul'jin. And now they're looking for the Sonya. They get the silence, but the disengage fall...
It's a cheeky shadow charge stun too. That was right at the edge of that corner of that. What is that? It's like a statue or something. You pay attention to these when you're casting, but you don't pay attention to them when you're playing. I did not realize those were just two statues.
You know, there are some people who do pay attention to that. A good friend of ours, Farron. She.
There you go.
It amazes me the stuff that she will tell me about. The stuff here, the stuff on Volskaya, it's crazy. There's the leap. Oh, what a great medallion there. Holy cow.
That
now, the question is, can they do anything with it?
That medallion was so important. Absolutely brilliant. Here comes a gust? Question mark? No.
There's the medallion.
Maybe.
They're looking for that Brightwing.
Yeah, they want Brightwing. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Ruffian
Big silence? Did that?
There.
Oh, they didn't have that Emerald Wind. Okay.
Wow, that was beautiful. Everything about that was beautiful from Cloud of Mines. Well played. Well played.
Diablo looking to take out this wall. I don't like that because Diablo likes walls, so I would have preferred he kept it there, but you know, it was a cooldown reduction. Is that one? No, he doesn't have cooldown reduction.
What's that Malevolence you're thinking of?
But
what's happening over here, Tetcher?
Does he survive? There's no way, right? Okay.
Here comes Li Ming though. She's got all those resets, looking for some more. Doesn't actually get any. Gonna be Hannibal dying instead. and Johanna Ronan falling next. Quinal kind of has to back off. I don't care if you're Li Ming, you're not taking on a Diablo, Stukov, Sylvanas. There's no way.
And I want to point out, we got there in time to see kind of the 1v3 that Leoric had there, calling up for the team of Clouded Minds to come help him. And
I was nervous for a second.
It looked a little awkward until, okay, you traded a Leoric for 3 of the mashup. So it worked out really well, kind of setting up the team to be able to get caught in that silence and get those kills. So really well played, really, by Clouded Minds to not only recognize the value of that Leoric positioning, but also to send enough people to get it and still get that bottom temple, yes. And they're almost 20 because of that.
Yeah.
And here it is, right now.
Got him.
All right, so I expect to see the Buried Alive, right? It's going to be Wind
Buried
Tunnel.
Alive. I expect the from Stukov the controlled swipes. Yep, control swipe or controlled chaos rather.
Hellgate.
Buried Alive. Ooh, Seeker. Hello. Withering Barrage. Yeah. Nothing surprising here.
And it is Fireflies there on the Li Ming, not thanks to, but going along with Seeker, that allows her arcane missiles to hit faster and have a shorter cooldown, cost less mana.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice.
And those go out really quickly, so it's a lot harder to
Look at the
dodge
Auric
those.
over here. Look at this Tetcher setup. I'm interested to see how this pans out for him.
Looking for maybe the backline here. Can't quite get it. Finds the Sonya, but Polymorph's going to prevent anything there. Animal going to get the Brightwing, but there's the Entomb. Big silence coming out, and Brightwing's going to fall. Sonya shortly thereafter. And now this is a free keep. Can it be the game, though? Do you think?
I think
those
it
two?
could be. No, not anymore. Not anymore. It was until that.
The combo's coming out. They're giving chase here. Sylvanas very low. Li Ming can't quite connect on that round, so no more resets there for Li Ming. But holy cow, just having it's amazing how quickly this game can turn around from just one combo, especially when you're a glass cannon Li Ming.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was about to say, unless this guillotine finds somebody, and then I think it did along with Li Ming combo, right?
Yeah, Li Ming got the kill, but you're
looking
absolutely
for
correct. That guillotine landed and sent Falstad packing. So level
Falstad
20s
is
are
a
here for the
squish.
mashup too. So I'm really excited to see this work out. We've got Heaven's Fury. I want to see Sonya upgrade that lead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Ariat Crater. Absolutely.
Here comes the wind, and of course that's got no cooldown now. Apocalypse coming in, gonna miss the stun onto Quinal, so Diablo's going to die. Buried Alive coming in onto Johanna, so no jump available for her. I think it actually got interrupted. And there's the leap. It's not gonna be the crater, but they do get that kill onto Sylvanas. Quinal chasing down Star Knight. They're gonna get that repulsion, but can't quite pull them back into the team. Wreck, we got
a little bit of, yeah, we got a pause. But there's a little bit of counter synergy I noticed with the Emerald Wind and Guillotine. It like barely touched Catcher, and he kind of moved to the right ever so slightly. The Guillotine wound up missing by like a hair, but it doesn't matter. They found themselves a Sylvanas instead.
What kind of hair? Like a brown hair, or like an English hair?
I don't know. Arrow. It's the hair, the tortoise in the hair. Is that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by one rabbit length. All right. Where's the keep poke that I want to see?
They're playing remarkably cautiously here because they don't have their Johanna. So being too close in could lead to an Entomb. It could lead to a Diablo charge. So they got to be
Catastrophe.
a little bit
It could lead to catastrophe.
Yes, that's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
And Rek, what's another? What's a synonym for catastrophe?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Seemed
Plain and
appropriate.
simple.
Okay, here we go. 3 seconds on this camp.
Oh, I know where this is going already.
We talked
Yeah.
about their ability to
I
get
already
out
know
of
where this is
Entombs.
going. Face check. Whoa! But wait a minute, there's a big old low blow and a wind tunnel on top of this. It doesn't matter though, Hannibal's coming in. And we get some big plays. Controlled chaos coming out from Stukov, looking to get some big swipes out. They want this camp. This is their camp. They're gonna get it. Oh shoot, is this the upgraded 20 from Ronin? It absolutely is. Doesn't matter though, he suicides for a kill. 2 for 4 so far. This might be a team wipe actually, never mind. 5 kills to 2.
And it looks like they're calling just for the temples. That's the safe play. They can get these for free. Ektar says, bit of a stretch on that synonym. You know, close enough.
I was thinking apocalyptic or something like that, but like then I realized, oh wait, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's apocalypse.
All right, well, Clouded Mind's gonna coast their way into victory on game number 1, Sky Temple, in the most anticlimactic, 45 seconds of a game finish, pretty much ever.
I don't know. I disagree. That last fight was super entertaining.
The fight, absolutely, for sure. But then you just then you just wait.
Was like, all right,
and nobody's even at the core. You can't even be like, all right, so they're going to the core, and the core is going to get this massive
flew
thing.
there, smiley face, toxic smile.
Yep. That is true. That is true. That could have happened.
Listen, I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
You're not the only one. So 15 to 20 in the kills. That game looked a couple of times like it could have gone in either hand.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, up until that team fight at the end, that was an even kill count. And if the funny thing is, if Diablo didn't face check that bush, I think the mashup can win that. Because they engage in onto Clouded Minds. They had the Brightwing, they had the leap, they had the holy bolts from Johanna, and you know what, Li Ming and Zul'jin, they don't want to be up in their face anyway, so that was a perfect position for them if only they had been able to engage. If they'd been able to engage,
right,
everybody dies. But Diablo shows up, ruins the party, and they were all like, yes, let's murder this Diablo, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, you gotta spend all your resources on killing Diablo. It's a beefy boy. And of course, Tetcher was immediately like, yes. And you saw that Entomb come out with the Buried Alive, and then suddenly a wind tunnel as well. So the 2 people in there can do literally nothing. Low blow, crowing infestation, lurking arm underneath. Those 2 aren't getting out.
It was almost like it was the perfect play for Clouded Minds, set up by the mashup.
Yeah, unfortunately. What would have been wild, I don't think it was on CD though. Or it was off cooldown, or still on cooldown, was if he just hellgated into, just like, sup, into the, like, just hellgates into the bush. That would have been wild. But he had no way of knowing that, right? So,
I mean, I don't know. They might actually have known. The Brightwing is doing phase shift, so I don't know if the other team, if you're phase shifting on somebody that's in a bush, if you can see the little sparkles above.
Doubt it. I can always go back and watch, right?
I mean, watching it from this perspective, we'll see it, but
yeah, from replay, like in
replay.
replay and watch from like Diablo's perspective or something. I think we could probably see that, but that is a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that. I would say no though.
I think that it might actually show, because even though the player that the effect is going on is in the bush, I mean, think about it. There are circumstances where you can see effects on the other side of a wall in an area that you can't see, right?
That is how they knew that the camp was being worked on. I was so ready for a Sonya leap, and then it's like you said, Diablo just ruined the party. He ruined the ride.
Yep. So I think they probably noticed, and it looks like the mashup wants first pick.
Okay.
We'll find out what we're going to get for a map coming from Clouded Minds. Now, if you have not been paying attention to other events going on, Clouded Minds playing this Sunday in the Nexus Gaming series, working on their Division D playoffs, I think. Yes. Yeah, D West. They'll be playing 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And a good friend of ours, Mr. Moistweenus, is going to be casting that, so make sure you stop by Mr. Moistweenus' channel. It's twitch.tv/Moistweenus. I'm looking at you, Rek.
Why are you looking at me? That's a silly question. Why wouldn't you, right? Like,
hello, Rek.
Relic? Hello?
Can you give me
Relic?
a sign? Hello?
I'm
Relic?
not a ghost. I'm not a ghost, Aero. That's really
Not
BM.
yet.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that under threats. Hello, FBI, are you listening? I know you are.
Homeland Security, hello?
Homeland Security, where are you? Hello?
of the Spider-
Mods? Hello?
Yeah, mods.
Tom of the yeah.
Are you a
Tom of the
mod?
Spider-
Are you mod?
I think
in
I
my
am,
chat?
yeah. I'm
you
pretty
are.
sure I am. Yeah.
Team of the Spider Queen. Picked by... Well, you know what? Let's show these maps. All right, we started off Do It Right. Not Do It Right, the mashup. It's Do It Right and the other people. I don't remember all the different teams that these guys are on, but let's see.
I was going to say, I recognize Do It Right members, but...
Winall, I want to say, was a band show? Maybe?
Yes.
And maybe Hannibal. So
question.
I think maybe that's the mashup.
All right.
And then, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's Do It Right and Band Show. But anyways, the mashup, they banned out Braxis Holdout and Infernal Shrines. They selected the first game on Sky Temple there. They were not the winners, however. And then Clouded Minds, they banned out Dragonshire and Hanamar Temple. They're actually going to be selecting Tomb of the Spider Queen as our second game here. Now, Rek, how do you feel about Tomb of the Spider Queen? Like, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being your favorite map, 1 being Blackheart's Bay.
You're gonna laugh, like 6.5 or 7. Like, it's fine. Like, it's definitely fine. It's not my favorite. It's definitely not my
Straight up
least favorite.
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, no, it's that's not even like a joke. Like, I mean, genuinely, like it's like fine for me. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, but I don't dislike it by any means. So,
Well, we need to have them put you down here with me.
yeah, that'd be ideal for hamsters.
Ideal for hamsters.
Oh, I'm also the captain of this team now, apparently. All right.
Well, you know what? That means that they're going to win because, as I recall, the last team that you were captain of won a grand championship.
We did. If you use the term captaining loosely.
I showed up. Got to write down who the teams had here. Quick. So, Rek, holidays are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you're excited about getting for Christmas?
Maybe a new chair. 'Cause for those of you who don't know, I sit in a wooden chair. I'd show you better, but then I'd probably ruin my face on Aero's screen share, so I'm not going to do that. But a new chair would be pretty nice. One that's not wooden and makes my butt hurt. Although there are other reasons why I'm butt hurt by the end of the night with this game sometimes, right? So a new chair would be nice.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Yeah,
I hope that Santa brings you a wonderful chair,
a
Rek.
wonderful chair for my booty, right?
Yes. Yes. All right. Gonna let them know that we're ready. I mean, I'm assuming that you're ready. I know I'm ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm always
All right.
ready.
Good deal. Good job. Way to go.
Good job. Excellent work, everybody. Keep it up.
All right, so what do you think we'll see different?
With this new sub in, I actually expect like a whole completely different type of draft from mashup. Just something complete 180 from what they did last time. I think they played a little too defensively and reactively. With one exception was when the Sonya leap happened that actually got self-cleansed by Star Knight. Which was wild. That might be my play of the game right there, because they just completely turned that around. So I expect a more aggressive aggro comp from them. As far as Clouded Minds, I kind of expect the same, like what we saw last time. I kind of want to see a double-headed, just beating each other down the whole time kind of thing, because that kind of is in the nature of this map somewhat, at least towards the beginning of the game, not so much later on. But yeah, I want to see some action. That's what I want to see. Do I think we'll see it? Also, yes.
All right, fair enough. Well, it looks like Silvara had a recommendation for a chair for you. Unfortunately, I have links banned, so you'll have to get that information elsewhere.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I'll check it out if you DM me. That's absolutely fine.
Confirmed. Rec wants you to slide into his DMs.
So not what I said. I said I guess that is what I said. Never mind.
It is kind of what you said.
It's kind of what I said.
Yep.
Played myself a little bit there.
All right, bands coming up. I mean, this is likely to be different from the mashup just because of the fact that they're their first pick. So instead, they're going to focus on getting rid of the Garrosh. This is a map that not everybody likes Garrosh here. I like Garrosh here because there are numerous stealth areas that you can step into, hide, catch somebody on a rotation, because you could catch them on either side, because even the bottom lane is going to at minimum rotate in to try to turn in gems from time to time. Yeah,
I mean, it's not my favorite Garrosh map, but I'm kind of with you there. There's a lot of places to hide, a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of minions, to be fair. Like, even in this map, like, minions are a huge part of it, since they're the ranged ones are the ones that drop the objective, more or less. So I kind of get it. Like, you could accidentally throw some minions, but outside of that, I think it's a fine Garrosh map. I don't really think he's bad here by any means.
And we did see Deckard banned as the third ban last round, so not wanting to face the Dorito Master.
The Dorito King, yeah.
Clouded Minds. So Diva, Gazlo both left up here. Tassadar as well. They banned it last round. Do you think they banned the Gazlo here? I think.
I was just going to say no. I think they banned the Diva here. I wasn't going to say that, but I was going to say I think they're going to let Gazlo through. Yeah.
And so without any hesitation there, Hannibal picking up that first pick onto the Gazlo.
Okay.
Now,
that's fine.
I have to assume that Clouded Minds has a plan for this, because Gazlo's a really strong hero. He was scaled back slightly. So they take the Tassadar and Diablo. That gives them the Shadow Charge into a wall. What do you think that they're looking at? What other ways do you think that they can build their team to try to counter this Gazlo?
Maybe Artanis, if they really want to go into just giving him a harder time. I think Artanis is an okay idea with I think it's one of the amateur opponent. He can kind of destroy his turrets fast, but I don't think turrets are the main reason Gazlo's so strong, right?
Yeah, they certainly scaled back the damage. They're an annoyance certainly until you get later in the game where they provide more value.
I'd venture to say a cleanse, which actually the Rhaegar pick kind of sets that back. This might be a this might be a bloodlust, maybe potentially. I don't know, but I was thinking something like Whitemane could be actually potentially like just insane against Gazlo. To get that Scarlet Aegis going, you just kind of let everyone. If you're gonna get in a Gravabomb, you might as well have as much armor as you can, right? And at level 20, you can just hit everybody. No one's gonna be in that Gravabomb, right? You can just upgrade it so that you're unstoppable for I think 2 seconds. That's a while of being unable to be CC'd. If not, it's 1.5 seconds of unstoppable. I don't quite remember. Pretty sure it's 2. But I could see a Whitemane being absolutely ridiculous here. So yeah, or really any sort of cleanse.
Well, they
Possibly
take
Anduin.
they take the Mei, and I think Mei's going to be the one going into Gazlowe here.
Yeah, I see that too.
Now, Rek, an Ice Wall or an Avalanche could really set up that Apocalypse too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ooh. Loads of wave clear coming from Mashup here. Oh no, both teams have a lot of wave clear actually.
Yeah, neither are really hurting for that.
No. What healer are we getting here, do you think?
Stukov?
No, Sukov's been banned.
Oh, yeah. So not Stukov.
Okay, this was going to be my second guess. Like I said, White Mane would have been my first.
Yeah.
Anduin was my second. Yeah, okay.
I was thinking that maybe even like a Malfurion could potentially have worked, because your front line both have like charge abilities, so they might, be looking to be more of an engaged type scenario.
Yeah.
Anduin obviously works well with that as well, because he's got the Light Bomb, he's got the Leap of Faith to pull them back out if they do get into something.
This time around, I think I want to give the edge to Mashup's comp. I like that one. I just purely on whether I like it or not. I like it a little bit better. It's a lot safer. It's a lot squishier than their last one. With Vala and Chromie. Is it though? Li Ming is pretty squishy. That being said, I think
especially with Glass Cannon.
Yeah, Glass Cannon. Yeah, I was gonna say. So maybe I'm wrong. Now that I think about it, but my thought process was like Sonya is a little more frontline. Gazlowe, despite being a bruiser, isn't really frontline. So
yeah, he's kind of got an awkward place in that. But
he's got a unique spot, right?
Yeah. All right, well, teams are all set up and ready to go. Let's get them introduced. On the right, we've got Clouded Minds. They're up 1-0 so far in this best of 3. We got Star Knight playing the Anduin. We got Ruffian on Tassadar. Trelena on Sylvanas, Tetra playing Mei, and Casey Court on Diablo.
All right, and on the left side, blue team, it's going to be Mashup. We got Ronan on Muradin, Hannibal on Gazlowe, Quinal on Chromie, Bluestein version 2, I hope that's what that means, on Rhaegar, and Iceman on Vala. Pretty exciting stuff.
All right. And poll's still going in chat. I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier, but if not, it is available. You've only got probably at this point about 30 seconds left to vote. Make sure you do that quickly. And I think, if I remember correctly, chat had Mashup as the winner last game. So, but it evened out. We did get Clouded Minds an extra vote in there, so it evened out after the vote finished. So we'll see how this vote turns out. So big stun there from Muradin. Keeping in mind, of course, between Muradin and Chromie, they both are looking to hit heroes with that for that trait quest for Muradin, or Chromie going into that deep breath. Deep breathing?
I was going to say, yeah, deep breathing.
Deep breathing, there we go.
Yeah, missed that. My bad.
It's okay, I didn't.
Casey Court got, yeah, Casey Court went down pretty quick in that center area. Well done by Ronan and Iceman. What I was going to say was, I've heard that deep breathing is pretty good, but the last time I asked someone about it, they said the what is it, Dragon's Eye or something like that, the third one,
the Mobius loop.
Yeah, thanks. I have no clue what it's called. I heard that one was usually the pick at level 1. That being said, deep breathing is by no means a bad talent.
You meant at level 1, yeah. So Star Knight gonna get caught there. You're talking about Time Walker's Pursuit.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
The Time Walker's Pursuit is the one that gives you the vision. It gives you an additional spell power after you get globes.
I could see that being really good here.
I've seen all 3 of Chromie's level 1s get significant value, right? Once again, the first time also gives you that third clone the second clone of Chromie for 40% additional damage. And, I mean, that hurts, especially if you end up with that Piercing Sands at level 18. But Deep Breathing gets a lot of value when you have Mobius Loop and you're dropping those bombs, getting that center value and the slows makes it even easier for her to get 2 or 3 strikes into that. So she can do quite a bit, and then you have Vala to just kind of clean up what's left over.
Yeah.
It also gives Chromie some better wave clear because she can hit her. Oh, great chastise there onto the Muradin. Muradin's in danger. Gonna get caught by the force wall. And another kill there for Clouded Minds. Coincidentally here, Clouded Minds, the selection of chat with 75% of the vote. We call that a segue.
Absolutely. And look at these Zul'jin turns that you love to see.
Nobody ever knows what you mean, but I get it.
Nobody does, except you.
Bruiser Camp is going to get taken out relatively easy there by Sylvana. She's going to take that. Did she take Merqueen? She did not. Unstable poison. Okay. But even still, using that trait to shut them down so that it's very minimal damage coming out from the Bruisers into the wall here. And 38 turned in from Clouded Mind so far, and they actually will finish that and get the first Web Weavers here. 17 out of 20 for Chromie. And 18-19 make it for Creed of the Hunter for Vala, going into that auto attack build.
Interesting. You don't see that too often.
I've definitely been seeing it more often, more recently.
Okay.
And especially with that level 7 talent here, Death Dealer, it really allows you to get quite a bit of damage onto a target that you're trying to finish off, right? If you can build up those stacks and then vault in and get that kill shot, you get a reset, and I mean 14% per stack. It's a big damage boost.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Diablo's gonna get pulled out there as Muradin going in with that Skullcracker. Did get a couple of stuns there onto him, so had to be pulled away just a little too low for safety's sake there.
Uh-oh, Chromie in a bit of trouble, gets Shadow Charge, but actually she's going to go ahead and turn that around on KC Court. A little too... Finding himself nice and alone there, but he gets out too. Nothing... Not a whole lot going on there.
So it looks like with the first Web Weavers, Clouded Mind's going to start off by getting the Healing Well up top, a bit of the wall in the mid lane and bot lane, the wall, but not any towers. And Mashup, they've got enough for a turn in here. Star Knight is going to get caught by Chromie's time trap, but just barely missed by the Stormbolt.
Yeah, that's dangerous, right? Lucky that Ronan wasn't quite there to follow up on it.
And this is kind of that part where, as you know, the Mashup has to kind of figure out, and Leap of Faith again. Wow, that must have been right off of cooldown.
Yeah, right.
But this is the point where Mashup has to figure out whether they want to turn in or not. And Tassadar, the stun landing, prevented Chromie from finishing, but ultimately Rhaegar going in with that chomp. And I think now is when they turn in, right? Because now they can get level 10 easily, and they've got their heroics now for the push.
Good body block from KC Court on Boostine, but not quite enough to get the kill.
And the Clouded Minds are going to lose that Bruiser Camp here in the mid lane. But it gives them a moment to kind of counter pressure up top relatively safely and get their level 10s themselves and then move on toward mid. So, oh, that slow is absolutely devastating as Muradin jumping in. Here comes the Gravo Bomb, and Tassadar is just going to get absolutely obliterated. Another stun coming out isn't going to land on anybody there. Iceman, however, standing right there, and Chromie coming in with the big bombs, getting Sylvana. So both of the damage dealers here for Clouded Minds taken out.
Oh, yeah.
And now the push coming in from the Web Weavers here. Mid lane is likely to fall entirely here, as apparently Diablo finding himself a Vala.
Yeah, Diablo kind of jumped in on that Vala and flipped her right into the fort. She was taking tower shots to begin with, so he's just like, ooh.
Well, Mashup gets themselves mid-fort, and looks like they're going to get that bottom wall, and they got pretty decent damage up top. So, you know, if we're comparing first Web Weavers, it's definitely got to go in favor of Mashup here. And Ronan did complete his quest for his storm bolts there. So now he's going to hit extra targets. I was checking to see what the name of that quest was. It's actually Stormbolt.
It's so funny. Bud.
Yeah. Lazy developers, 6.5 out of 10. And once again, so, you know, Clouded Mines, they turn in now, and I think every single turn in that we've had, the opposing team has had that bruiser camp in lane, like right before it. So it's been able to be cleared up a little bit faster here for Clouded Mines. They're able to do it before the web weavers are on the ground. Diablo, a little bit far forward, gets caught by the slowing sands, but pulled away. Tetra, however, is going to have to use that cryo freeze, as wasn't able to hit anybody with the avalanche.
No. That's a whole ult down, and oh my goodness, we got a another grab bomb coming out, and that's gonna land on four people. Yeah, all right. I was gonna say beautiful salvation, but you know what? That's kind of setting up for Gazlo, kind of, right? I think they're roughly the same size. It's not exactly the same size.
Yeah, that gravel bomb. If we go to a game 3, I think Gazlo's out. I don't think he makes it back in.
No.
And even right here, like, look at how much damage Trelena took under their own tower. 2 lasers and a stun, and that's all it took.
Yeah. Unreal.
Mashup sitting at just about half of what they need to turn in for their next web weavers here, for the second web weaver for blue. Nice Apocalypse, the stun out onto Chromie. Chromie gonna use that medallion, but it's not gonna matter. Tassadar finishing the job there. So a quick burn onto the DPS here is gonna slow things down for Mashup at least a little bit. They do have enough for turn in and only need 6 more, as they took advantage of the distraction of Chromie to get some turn in there. Bot lane is in a bit of danger, but Mei is going to make it down here. With the minions coming, they should be fine. The siege camp should be able to get taken out. Mei trying to boop them in a little bit closer, but her icing just doesn't move them. Not far enough.
No.
So bruiser camp coming out. So this is where the mashup turns in, right? Like, this has been the kind of the thing for the game. There's Rhaegar doing exactly that. And almost had the interrupt, but not quite. The bruisers coming in. Mashup's web weavers also, they'll be here soon. But this bruiser camp a little bit earlier, so it is going to be able to get cleared out pretty well before the web weavers are on the map, or pretty close to it at least. But just like before, we're going to see Clouded Mines focusing on the top lane here. But this time Mashup is ready to go. They're very close, but look at how quickly this web weaver is just falling.
Gravel bomb coming out, only going to catch Casey Court, who immediately gets pulled out by the Leap of Faith, which actually might have messed up the APOC combo there, yeah, right? Potentially. Start Knight gonna go ahead and pay the ultimate price for getting that salvation out too. Trelena looking not too great either. Ruffian saving himself with that force wall from the Muradin chase, but no one died there outside of Anduin and Diablo, that is. I was gonna say after, not outside of. Like, as soon as I said that, I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I could have said. I have to roll with it now. I can't go back.
All right, John.
Huh. John Madden here.
All right, well, Tetra joining the return fight here, as it looks like we're just gonna get a disengage. The mashup, they've got that level 16 advantage, but there's no reason for them to fight underneath the opposing team's keep. They're at 54 out of 60, so they're very close to another turn in here, as Gazlo and Vala heading down to basically do that final turn in. Start working on those final 6, that last 10%. And Like, Thatcher is close. I wonder if they look to maybe rotate in and get this. No, they're just go ahead and get the bruiser camp. But they're gonna break the theme here, Rek. They're gonna get this bruiser camp and send it out when there's no red web weavers to get. I don't know what to do about this, Rek.
I doesn't know.
They might actually. They need one more though. Burden's turning 6, but somebody has to turn in that last one.
Yeah, Gazlo's got it on bot lane.
All right, so Mashup takes the bottom fort, and in return, Clouded Minds takes the top fort. Bruiser Camp's still going. May's going to get onto that. Ronan going in, looking. Might be able to stun this Diablo. There's the Apocalypse combo, gets the flip, but not into the stun. Bravo bomb coming out. Does get a stun onto Sylvanas, and the Avalanche is going to connect onto Gazlo, so it's going to help to stall that out. But another kill out onto Tassadar, make it a triple as Diablo falling. And with Web Weavers coming in, there's still a Web Weaver and now a Bruiser Camp in the mid lane. But look at how far back this top lane Web Weaver is. That's going to take it a while to get here. But Gazlo, just doing Gazlo things, dropping turrets, taking those shots. Top keep is pretty well gone, I think.
Yeah, this might even be game, to be honest with you. Or at the very least, also mid keep, right? They've got a whole camp at pretty much full health.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they turn 3 keeps here. I think, you know, they'll have pretty healthy Web Weavers overall. But I think if they can bring them all in, then that helps them to finish off this core. Because now all 5 of Clouded Minds are up.
Yeah, here they come. No, I don't know. I think this is going down far too fast. And yeah, Anduin dying first is going to go ahead and seal it for them.
Yeah, and it's no more kills out of that one. Actually, they do get the kill on May. Never mind. My apologies. I didn't mean to presume. Getting Iceman an extra kill right at the end. As we're going into a game 3.
Oh, boy.
So, Rek, what is it that you say about that Merc Lord there?
What?
About that green skin Merc Lord?
Did I say something about the green screen Merc Lord?
Yeah, what do you say about him?
Oh, of course. Get gassed.
There you go, buddy. 16 kills to 3, and that is pretty much, I mean, you can't get gazzed pretty much any more than that, right? I mean, they had some great combos, they played it well, really good poke out of the Chromie, you know, and it felt like Clouded Minds was always just, I don't want to say always, right up until the midpoint. Once the ultimates came online for Mashup, it felt very much like Clouded Minds was trying to play catch up. And it should, because they were constantly finding themselves on the wrong side of a Gazlo combo.
Oh yeah, every time.
And it didn't matter whether it was one person or 3 people or, you know, however many they found. You know, if you get one person, it makes it easier, obviously, to take out the rest of them. But they tried with that May and Diablo combo, and it just didn't quite work out for them. But that means that we get a 3rd game, and I'm excited. I'm hoping for, you know, the best map in the game. I don't think we're gonna get it, because why would we? But I'm hoping for it.
Me too, dude. Me too.
I should just start telling teams and be like, hey, so I'll cast your game, but if there's a game 3, it has to be Towers of Doom.
Oh my god, what a caveat to have, though.
Right?
What if they hate it?
I don't care. Then tell me not to cast your game.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
No,
I
know you by now. No, you wouldn't.
But it is kind of, you know, the idea, the concept, like having a set group of maps. Like, I mean, there are certainly events that have done that, where like the first map or the second tier or whatever will be played on specific maps. And I wouldn't mind doing something like Girls Gank Squad has a best of 5 that they play every week. I wouldn't mind running something similar to that style, but saying, you know, here are the maps. These are the 5 maps you're going to play on. You know, and just do 5 games, right? Just have it be like a script, and you just do 5 games. You just play all 5, whatever.
Okay, no, that's an idea.
Rex over here like, yep, sounds like a waste of time to me, buddy, but you do what you
I
want to do.
never said that. Listen, you do what you want, Aero. What you do in your time, it's not my business. I am a professional ghoul smasher, and that's my thing, okay?
If you guys want to hear some funny shit, might I recommend watching a Phasmophobia stream with Recyclic at the head.
Oh my god.
Because it pretty much goes like this. Hashtag candle meta. Okay, I'm gonna go look for ghost orbs in the van. 17
I think I did
minutes
that
later.
like once, my man. Come on now. I was in there with you for a while. You can't deny that.
I cannot. That is true. That is true.
Listen,
But it is
listen,
funny. I mean, listen, that game can be scary. It
can be.
It's a tension-filled game, and you know, even if there aren't a ton of jump scares, there certainly are moments, but
There's a few,
it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
It's a good time.
All right, so I don't know which map we're going to yet, but I do know that Cloud of Mines wanted first pick, so it's going to be the mashups map pick, and so far, the winner of the game has been the first pick team. So we'll have to see if that carries over into game number 3.
Yeah. Something tells me, like you said, there's gonna be no Gazlo here, right?
Oh, there's no way Gazlo 100% gets banned.
Yeah.
And I mean, first pick is switching sides, but I think, you know, game 1 mashup had banned out Gazlo and Diva in the first round. I think it's likely that they do that here. But that, you know, that leaves so much open, and I kind of wonder if Cloud of Mines doesn't potentially look for something, you know, especially going into a first pick, where it's a little bit unorthodox. You know? Something that is maybe a little sneaky. Maybe they sneak in a Cho'Gall, right? And as awkward as it sounds to even say this, maybe even like a Deathwing. When was the last time you saw a Deathwing?
Outside of ARAM? That's a great question.
You don't see him that often.
There might have been, I want to say there's one NGS game I watched kind of recently with him in it, but I might be making that up in my head.
You might be. I mean, it certainly could be. But,
I think it might have been like a Div C or D game that had one.
Well, we have a map. Take a look at those maps. So, mashup here at the beginning, they banned out the Braxis Holdout and Infernal Shrines. Cloud of Mines, they banned out the Dragonshire and Hanamura Temple. And we've alternated on map pick and first pick here. So, mashup, they started off with Sky Temple. They lost that to Cloud of Mines. Cloud of Mines, they selected Tomb of the Spider Queen. They lost that to mashup. And now, third and final game of the set is going to be on Battlefield of Eternity, selected by mashup, looking to break the rotation here, the tradition of map pick loses.
Oh, there you go.
Now, one tradition that they already have broken, as we see in the standings here, there have been 2 sets so far this season. There's another going on literally right now. It just started a few minutes ago. And so far, of those 2 sets, they've both been 2-0 victories. So this is the first best of 3 set in XGDI Season 6.